Saturn transit in the sign of Pisces for Capricorn. Now, Saturn is transiting through Pisces since 29th March 2025 and will remain till 2027. However, once it transits to the next sign Aries, it will again retrograde into Pisces and will remain there till February 2028. Now, see, Saturn is testing your voice, Capricorn, your courage and your commitment. So, are you ready to turn discipline into destiny? The time of silence is over for you, because you know very well that you have gone through a very spiritual, a very transforming phase in the last few years. So this is your karmic voice activation. Saturn in Pisces is rewriting how you speak, how you teach, and how you show up to the world, most importantly. So also this time period will define how far your consistency can take you, and not your luck. And one thing to really understand here is that not only just Saturn is transiting through your third house, you have to understand that Saturn is also your ascendant lord. Capricorn's lord is Saturn. So this is something that you need to truly understand, that you have to always stay consistency and discipline with you. So this is a faith meet discipline period for you, Capricorn. Now Saturn is transiting in your third house, aspecting your fifth house, your ninth house, and your 12th house, all the houses colored in the chart shown below. Now third house is communication, courage, skills, content, siblings, and short travel in local communities. Now, Saturn in your third house demands consistency and discipline in communication or any forms of expression. So, you will be pushed to build something lasting. Maybe you have not thought of doing it before. Maybe you have thought of doing it before and you thought that it's okay, I can do better things, or I can do, it's not important for me to do it. But at this time, you will be pushed to create a presence through your expression, whether it is writing, speaking, teaching, or you can find yourself building an online presence, because social media is also connected with third house. So the things connected with expression and even social media, you will find yourself doing it. However, you have to understand that this is a skill building phase for you. So the more efforts you put, the more mastery you gain. And early efforts may feel unseen or not as appreciated as it should have been, because you are a Capricorn ascendant. So anything you create is quality work, but your authority will grow quietly and deeply over the time period, because Saturn gives you results over the time period. Saturn is not a planet that gives you result overnight. That is not what Saturn does. So you have to understand the qualities of Saturn and align with that, so that you can receive beneficial results. So Saturn is connected with commitment, consistency, discipline, responsibility, continuous efforts, and breaking through blockages, limitations, restrictions, and creating a structure. All right. So, and then Saturn provides you with rock solid results. So you will get those things, but for that you also need to uh, make efforts through discipline. All right, now you may restructure your digital or online presence or teaching work, or create a better schedule, reshape your branding to make it you know, to provide it with a more serious outlook, Saturnian outlook, which is also how you are, because you are a Capricorn ascendant, right? Now also third house is connected with siblings, and especially younger ones. So there will be some lessons that you have to learn with your siblings, and there will be some reality checks with your siblings. There will be a lot of things to understand about your siblings that you did not before. And if you were thinking rosier things, then you will understand what work is needed with your siblings. You cannot take it for granted. Your siblings also cannot take you for granted. So there will be a balanced out bonding at the end of it, but it will require some work from both ends. All right, and more understanding in your approach when you connect with them. Now Saturn's third aspect is on your fifth house, stabilizing your creativity. So you will find less spontaneity and more structure is working for you at this point. And anyway, more structure works for you at any point, right? So if you plan to launch a course, a creative project, a creative product, then do it strategically, because Saturn will make it long lasting that ways. And speculative income will grow, but with planning. So no shortcuts, because Saturn does not favor any kinds of shortcut. In fact, it punishes shortcuts. It punishes whenever you are distracted. So once you start something, make sure that you carry it on till the end, no matter how many blockages you face while doing it. Now in love life, you will find attracting more serious, more mature partners, more Saturnian partners, and also you can find your relationships, your present relationships, turning more uh, serious, more committed, taking a more committed turn. And for those of you who are attracting new partners, you will find partners, attract partners who will also want to commit. All right. Now, Saturn aspecting your ninth house through its seventh aspect is all about a deep restructuring of faith and purpose. You may outgrow old spiritual beliefs, patterns, or if you are into any kinds of expression work, then you will find yourself evolving into your own authentic style and philosophy. Now, you can see yourself becoming a teacher or a guru figure for many people around you, because you have accumulated that wisdom. Now it is time to express, now it is time to give it a structured form so that it can be beneficial for the people around, for society, and also for you, because you are aligned with your life purpose. All right. And you will get clarity about your life purpose, because it is also, your life path is also connected with your ninth house, your dharmic path, right? And travel is also on the cards for you, and also foreign travels, as your 12th house is also being aspected. And it can also be for advanced education, spiritual, religious work, or any kinds of foreign connections, right? And it can also be for with your partner, for your partner, because the seventh aspect is on your ninth house, right? So seventh is your partnerships. Now, Saturn's 10th aspect is on your 12th house, connected with your subconscious, your solitude, your foreign lands, expenses, spirituality, closure, moksha, spiritual retreats. So, Saturn's 10th aspect ends what no longer serves you in your life. All right, which can be painful for the time being, but ultimately you will realize that it was ultimately good for you in the higher sense of your life and you in general. Now, foreign connections or online audience can also become very beneficial for you at this point, and there can be steady viewership, and global clients is something that you will attract at this point in your workspace, if there is any space for uh, global clients. Now, too much isolation can lead to fatigue, and too much social presence can lead to burnout. So you have to balance it out, right? And also look at your expenses, balance them out, keep a structured way of how you use your finances, your money, right? And not create expenses for wasteful products or that are not useful for you in the longer term. So, and also engaging in spiritual practices is very beneficial for you at this point, with a disciplined approach. So this is not a flashy transit for you, Capricorn. It is a builder's transit for you, and you will see tangible results by 2026, 2027. And this is your time to bring divine ideas into grounded form for a successful and fulfilling life, a blissful life that you wish. You will create it, and you are creating it at this point. So just don't give up on anything that you take on, and stay disciplined in your approach, and you will see solid results at the end of this period.